This bar that we're reviewing is also a Go Macro brand. We just reviewed the original, or high protein if you will, that was based on peanuts and just rice, just peanuts and rice. This is more or less the same thing, but with the addition of chocolate and a little bit of pea protein kinds of things. So as we start out looking at the label, it's organic. They label it as high protein, and in fact it is. It's got a good amount of protein, as we'll see. Macrobiotic, not a huge issue. And as you see in the images, they've added huge chunks of chocolate chips. So let's turn this around, take a good look. We want to read what we're doing before we just dive in. We want to optimize our nutrition, make sure that it's only the top quality stuff we're putting in. Again, ingredients are basically rice in different forms, peanuts in different forms, a little bit of pea protein thrown in, and now the chocolate that are part of this. All of it organic, no added salt. Moving on to the nutrition facts, we do have high fat. It was already pretty high just from the peanuts and the peanut butter. A little bit even higher with the addition of the chocolate, a little bit more on the saturated fat side, but they will be plant-based saturated fats. Sugars are still relatively low, bumps up a little bit with the chocolate, but not huge. Still way less than many of the other bars in this category. And again, protein is almost twice that of many of the other bars. Note, it doesn't have some of the high nutrient density superfoods and green sorts of additions. Again, we don't always have to have that. Nature doesn't always come packaged that way. So not a huge drawback. So let's see how this tastes. Make sure we get some chocolate chips in here. Gooey kind of bar. I'm sure those chocolate chips would melt if you had them in a hot backpack, hot purse or briefcase. Good. Not sickeningly sweet like a typical candy bar. Chocolate chips have a nice amount of sweetness in and of themselves. I could see eating this myself for some dessert, though this may not be sweet enough for many people. Probably wouldn't eat the whole thing for dessert though. It's quite a few calories. So on the pros side, relatively low sugars,